Welcome back to another edition of the Down and Back with CornDoug. This week, fantastic show. I actually get to talk about live cornhole played at KW Cornhole. I got to play again. So, it's been like 8 months. 8 months since we played live with KW. And had a bunch of people. So we had 22 people showed up. Supposed to have the 24 that we were able to have within the regulations, but a couple of people canceled at last minute. But still, just a great night for a first night of cornhole. We had 9 new players to the game coming out of the backyard to play in a tournament. Fantastic. A lot of great throwers. So I know you got a chance to play with a young Parker. He was I had to show him just a couple new things, but then once he kind of got the hang of it, he was hooked, as we all are. His father, Adam, I got to play with him. Great thrower. Actually, for the first time in like almost forever, it feels. Got out of the first round of the elimination, got in the second round. Unfortunately, had to run into the boss man, Matt Plyle, and he kind of took us down a bit. But still, all in all, great night. Other names, another name you will hear about on the Down and Back here a lot will be a name, Angela. I believe her last name is Smiley. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. Like I said, just met her, and I'm horrible at names sometimes. But yeah, Angela for sure. Just threw a great bag, and I had a chance to play her twice. Second time, I was ready. She was just lights out. It was just her slide shot was just perfection. I struggled myself. Like I will admit, I was actually throwing good. I went 3-1 in the switch holio part, and yeah, I was trying to throw blockers up against her, but I'm gonna say unfortunately, because that's what I was trying to do. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the blocker. They were all sliding in the hole, getting really hole friendly on my Apex bag. So that, but yeah. So usual suspects got the win, being Dean Lang and David Dobbin, who usually partner up. So it was a lot of people having all new partners. They were used to playing with each other. So congrats to them. Next week, hopefully, we'll have a bigger crowd. I know we were missing Jamie Cowan, Corey Goldbeck, Steve Pohl, and Scott Sullivan. So a lot of the big heavy hitters that weren't there. So hopefully I can keep up. I finished 7th after Switch Holio, so hopefully I can keep myself up there in that top. But with that said, geez, I went right into the live stuff before getting to the show. As you probably clicked on the link, Cheyenne Renner on the show. Having a fantastic year. We get to talk with her about stuff she's done. We catch her going into a league night, so we kind of had to rush a bit. You can tell I'm somehow caught a cold in the middle of summer here. But if you remember back shows last year, you will see the same thing. But yeah, so Cheyenne Renner on the show. Then leading into the other cornhole that was played in Ontario here, getting back together. Essex wasn't able to go. They got rained out. Peterborough was able to go. I'm not sure who won their top, but it was females all over the place. I know Brian St. Thomas's daughter, I want to say her name was Megan. She got the win in the second half of the Peterborough there. And then in Aurelia, I think you're really going to have to knock this team off in Aurelia. Cole and Kim Vivian. Kim, as I've always said, is one of the top female players in Canada, and she's been showing it there. Cole's brother Eddie won last week, finished second to them this week. So he's got that on. So I think what else within the province tournament? First tournament announced. Peterborough's going to be having one August 28th. So we have to watch for Peterborough Cornhole for that. Adam will post some more info on that. ACL going outside this weekend in Atlanta. In Atlanta, getting that there. Hot temperatures, possible rain. So I've seen a couple players like Jay Rubin practicing in the rain this week, which should be fun on the ACL Digital Network. So I'll probably check out the ACL Facebook page. Be able to see probably a bunch on there. That's kind of all the news that I've kind of heard. All the news. One other huge piece of news, which it's affecting this weekend. It's not I don't think it'll affect the World Finals that much. Trey Birchfield going under the knife this week. Appendicitis, had his appendix out. So he should be back ready to go. Like I said, I don't think he'll be playing this weekend. That and show news. You may have seen on Facebook, the honor, like the getting the call to cast a ballot in the first ever ACL Awards, voting for MVP, breakout player, and then Rookie of the Year. My votes are in. I'm not going to say who I voted for now. Possibly at a later date. I will, after everything is announced, I will get into that and kind of my thoughts on who I voted for, why I voted for them. For that, some other awards that I wasn't able to vote for. We've got some Canadian content. Sean Sabine, Cornhole, Newfoundland. You've seen him on the show. He is up for International Director of the Year. He does fabulous stuff, getting like 30, 40 people at a night for his league nights consistently. That is great. I'm not sure who else is up for other regular directors of the year for the U.S. side. Like I said, I wasn't involved in that. So those awards will be given out the Wednesday of the finals down in Rock Hill. And then the show. We have hit 10,000 views on the show. So look for another video coming out this weekend of what all this new contest, 10,000 viewers contest, will consist of. What you'll have to do to enter the contest. Again, it'll be nothing major. You'll just have to follow along with the rules, and we'll be checking them this time because this is going to be a big prize. I revealed it kind of a bit last night on the hangout on Facebook. If you watched that there, I had a surprise guest, Donnie McPhee from the Doghouse guys, join me to talk some stuff while he was playing at a blind draw in Ipswich. So thanks for him to doing that there. And so we got the interview coming up with Cheyenne. But before that, got to give the plug to the sponsors. Octane Cornhole, octanecornhole.com. Get all your stuff you need. Matt's got some new bags coming out. There's some big announcements coming soon. I'm going to say within the next 3 to 4 weeks with Octane stuff that's going on. But yeah, check out octanecornhole.com. Discount code CornDoug gets you 10% off of your bags, your hats, anything you need. octanecornhole.com. Then head over to myearfund.com. Discount code CornDoug for that there. You may see me put some links up on the Facebook page, down the back Facebook page. You click through those there links. You'll help out the show. If you get any of the earbuds or the Bluetooth speakers, you need those fully waterproof Bluetooth speakers are great. I know my earbuds are still, I put them in for work. I'm in there for 8 hours. I don't even feel them. So check them out. Get some affordable Bluetooth earbuds. And then JC Cornhole, jccornhole.com. Get yourself some boards from Jamie. Let him know that I sent you. I think he may start giving a discount. You never know. I know I talked to him last night. He said some people didn't even know about the show that knew me. Like, how did they not know about the show and know me? In talking to him, getting some custom-made boards from Jamie last night. So that's great. And then if you're in the Edmonton, Alberta area, Sherwood Park to be exact, check out Sierra Property Inspections. I need then to check out this throat here, but yeah, Sierra Property Inspections. Talk to Darren. Give his Facebook page a like. Send him a note that you heard about the show here. But he will hook you up, let you know what you need for the new house that you're purchasing, or just before doing any renovations. Just check him out. Even watch his Facebook page. He's always giving out hints what to look for, and that. So enough listening to me talk. Here is the one half of the Pro Invitational winners. So the ACL All-Star Tournament. Here is Cheyenne Renner. As promised, with I'm going to say the better part of the Pro Invitational Championship team. Sorry, Ryan, if you're watching, but Cheyenne Renner. Cheyenne, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's I've been a long time of wanting to have you on the show to ask you on, because you've been one of the top women players. I'm going to say for the last at least a couple of years.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, we'll get into some of that a little later on too. But first, how did you get your start playing?
So I went to a place where my dad had been playing for a couple weeks, and I was watching him, and I was too scared to get into the tournament because I didn't want to make anyone mad. And so finally the director's like, just play with me. I'll put you in the tournament with me and we'll be partners. And then after the first week we did that, he's like, you don't need me anymore. You're good.
Well, I think there's been a lot of players that have kind of said, yeah, you're pretty good. It's just kind of thing. So for me, I first got the chance to kind of see you on a stage, probably one was going to say 2019. I think were you? I'm trying to remember back now, but when they finally did show Cornhole up here in Canada on TV once, but at the one open, call it open now, but a national that was in Florida. I think you were on in Fort Lauderdale down there.
Yeah, I believe that would be. I'm not sure if that was when I was playing with Allison Hine or if it was with Sam.
I think it may have been with Allison. I think, yeah.
Yeah, we were playing women's.
Yeah, and then of course then you get on to last year, being the with partnering up with Sarah Cassidy, who kind of you guys just started out the finals week last year like on fire with your win in doubles.
Oh yeah, Sarah, and that was one of the things. Sarah, I've known Sarah for a couple years, and I've seen her play and progress and get so much better. And then she came out and shocked everyone, but it wasn't a shock to us here in Florida. We know how she is.
Well, we heard Rob Chismark say that many times on the broadcast. But then speaking of that, I asked you if you were the one that was possibly selling this year off air. You said no, but I had kind of did a quick check on eBay, and your rookie card with Sarah Cassidy on eBay right now is selling for $70.
Really?
For just your card.
Wow.
So yeah, it's but and being Canadian, I get all my info from hockey cards, but thinking back to the finals, you were like a perfect 16 for 16 in that championship game when you guys beat Sam Finley and Allison Peters.
Yeah, at Cobbs that week I hadn't been playing great, so I was kind of a little bit worried. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not playing very good, but I guess I did that time.
Well, and like I said, we got to watch it, and it was just, I remember sitting there just going like, wow, because you guys were just lighting it up like crazy.
Yep, it's definitely been fun playing with Sarah. I enjoy it.
Now, a mutual friend of ours, Mike Ferreira, told me to ask you about, you had a little bit of a good performance at the Florida State Championship.
Yeah, just a little.
So you went for like the sweep.
Yeah, that was so crazy. I couldn't believe it.
So I didn't get a chance to watch much of it, but so what's can you give us some of the details of how you managed to do that?
Well, it started out with women's singles, and then we did singles the next day, doubles, and women's doubles. Oh, in a blind draw. I forgot about that. I don't know how I did it, honestly.
Well, and I've talked to some other people from your area as well too. And when you guys go to your local blind draws, that's like an open or a national event with so many great players that you have in your area.
Right, yeah.
It's just like insane. But I think that's probably, it helps with the weather that you guys have, that you guys can play more than what we can up here.
Right. I mean, we get to play every night of the week. Right now it's been raining a lot, but we usually still play.
So I guess with that then is, do you prefer indoors or outdoors playing?
I definitely still prefer indoor playing, but like I said, we play every night of the week. The only time we get to play inside is once a week. So we're pretty used to playing outside.
Well, and in talking with you, you do run 2 leagues yourself because, why who doesn't need to be busy playing cornhole?
Right. Yep, we run tournaments for East Coast Beach Baggers, and we run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and usually we have a Saturday tournament.
Just because there's really nothing better to do than just playing cornhole all the time.
Right, and then on the other nights we're going to somebody else's tournament.
Well, and that's the fun thing is we've got one guy who plays up in our Hamilton league up here, Rick, and he went down to visit Florida. He came back and he was like, I got to play against Cheyenne Renner in just like a blind draw tournament down in Florida, and it was like, it's because you are that big personality now, right? So does that, I guess, how your reaction to being noticed? Do you get noticed a lot more now? Do you find?
I get noticed more at like nationals and things like that, but in everyday life, no. But I mean, more people come up to me at like the nationals, and it's cool because I love to meet new people and share a conversation with someone. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. So then that would then lead us into the Pro Invitational that we just were almost a week and a half away from it now. But how'd that feel to get that big win?
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I mean, especially being down the first game, 18-11. I started out rough, but luckily Ryan saved me in that one, and we came back and got through that first game.
Well, and I have to say, when I did see the teams come out for that, I was like, the way that Ryan's been throwing, because he's been on that cusp of a big win, and the way that you've been playing, I was like, you guys had to be the favorites going in automatically.
Yeah, I think Trey did say we were his pick to win, but you never know what can happen. Before, it was supposed to be 10 rounds, and then it got moved to a full game. So especially with 10 rounds, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, exactly, yeah, and then like you said, with Trey kind of giving you guys, saying that you guys were the odds-on favorite. I guess because I asked a couple of other guys this as well too, that when I had them on the show. How do you deal with maybe having that target on your back that everyone's like, I want to be able to, I want to play Cheyenne, I want to be able to beat her?
I mean, I don't think of it any kind of negative way. I just continue doing what I'm doing.
Well, you're doing fine for that. But had a couple questions from some people that sent in as well too, and someone had asked that they want to know what your most memorable win has been.
I would honestly say the Pro Invitational. I felt that was pretty big for me.
Well, especially because you guys were on the main ESPN network as well too. It wasn't like an ESPN 2. It was you were on the one. Right. Yep. And that's and I asked Ryan about this last week. Do you feel like you have more bragging rights when you get that all-star kind of game tournament win?
I mean, I'm not much of a bragger, but it does feel good, and you kind of know that in the back of your head that, hey, I can do this. I can win this.
Exactly, and I think watching you is that you've almost got no fear of anything when you're going out there and you're just it's almost like you're in a zone when you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the first game against Damon and Sheila, I was more in my head than normal, and I try not to think about anything when I'm throwing and just relax and get in my rhythm. And I was struggling. I was so in my head, and then as every game went by, I felt more and more comfortable.
Well, and then now you see you were struggling, and I was kind of thinking about this here today before we talked here. Is we had our first league night, and we had like 9 new players come out, which was fantastic. But some of them would get kind of down. So if you throw a bad bag or you miss a shot, how do you kind of clear your mind of that last shot?
I just try to forget about it, because if it's just one bad shot, you have 3 more bags. If it's a bad round, you're still in the game.
And that's thing that I try to focus with them is like, you know what, you've got more bags. So, what would be any tip that you would give a new player coming out to play?
I would honestly say just go for it, because a lot of people are scared to get into a league. They don't want to make anyone mad. That's how I felt when I first started. But once I started playing, everybody was so encouraging and they wanted to help you. So just do it and have fun.
Well, and that's exactly what I said, because we actually had one new kid who was probably what 15 or 16. He was nervous as anything, and I'm like, just relax and just put the bag on the board. That's all you need to. I don't care if you're throwing off. I don't care if we win or lose. Just focus on having fun.
Right. Try your best and have fun. That's all I care about.
Oh, you can, and that's and to me, that's what a league night is. Let's save all that more serious stuff for like tournaments.
Right.
And when the money's on the line, because really, what's $20-$30
right
on a weeknight? You know, so other thing is another question I was asked was toughest opponent. So who's someone that you look at the board where you know you're going to have a tough game? Like, let's go male and female, because you take on all comers.
Definitely on the female side, I would say Rosie's a really good game, because she's a similar player to me and we play the same. So it's always a good game. It's always a long game. I don't know about the men though. Most of them are all good games.
I know. I remember seeing, I want to say it's the Open that was in Florida, and I got to watch you play against I want to say was Ryan at that Open? Maybe not. There was one game I seen where you actually played Ryan, and you were just, he couldn't do anything against you. I'd also seen some other games where you played Dalton down at the Open, where that was just a fantastic game as well.
Yeah. Dalton is actually from the same area that I'm at, so we always play against each other all the time.
Well, it's like to say you want to practice against the best, and that's what you
right.
and that's what you do. So, I guess to get into practice as well too. Is there anything you do with practice, or are you just going blind draws?
I don't have time to practice other than playing in the blind draws every night.
A lot of people just went, "Are you kidding me? That's how good you are. You don't practice. You just go to blind draws."
Yep. I mean, when I first started, I was in high school, so I could pretty much practice anytime I want, because I started during the summer. So I would go outside and practice all day. But now that we're running tournaments, I don't have time to go outside and practice. Just go to the tournaments and play.
Well, and when you look at it that way, going to like a blind draw is almost a better, because you're in the game situation. You're playing more. It's not just you throwing bags.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And then saying that there, I'm trying to remember now, were you in any of the virtual ACL tournaments that they had?
I did a couple of them. For some reason, I'm not very good at virtual.
Okay, so that was my next one. Are you a virtual player or not?
No, not at all. I don't know. And it's kind of weird, because like when I'm on ESPN and playing on CBS, like it doesn't bother me. I don't get nervous. But there's something about being on Facebook Live playing that just bothered me. I don't know why.
I feel your pain, and my 29 that I threw in the ACL International Tournament, I really felt that then. But it's, and for me, playing the virtual games and virtual stuff, I like having that player beside you. It's when you get it's. I don't want to say it's too easy, but I'm not a big fan of throwing to an open board. I like that messy kind of game.
Right. And then, like, if you play Ghost, it's not very situational. You just have an open board, you slide it, you airmail it, but there's no one blocking you. There's no one doing anything.
Oh, exactly, yeah. So with now talking the Pro Invitational, we've got the ACL Finals, the Cubs, as people used to call it, because I can't call it World Finals because there's no one from Canada going down. There's no Canada Conference team. But what are your thoughts going into this?
I'm honestly so excited. I feel like I'm playing the best I have played, and so I'm really looking to prove myself.
Well, and actually now coming into my head, I'm thinking I might be getting ahead of myself. But are you going to Atlanta this weekend?
I am, yep.
So what's your thoughts on playing outdoors for that big event?
I'm actually really excited about it. I mean, that's what we do every single day, so it's easier for someone like Dalton or me to adapt to that rather than someone who plays out of state and, gets to play inside all the time.
And I've seen that there was someone, I forget who it was now, that posted today how that there seems to be a lot of other state tournaments in that area with the other big tournament up in Virginia. So this might be one that a lot of people would be focusing on with on who might come out of this one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not playing the Open. I'm playing the shootout with Dalton, and we're playing doubles.
So that's another. I'm going to call it now. I think you guys may be the team to beat them with that there, because I love the way Dalton plays, and it still shocks me with how young he is.
Right. Yeah.
Because I remember 2019, I was down in Cherokee, and there was this kid, Dalton McClem, playing, and I thought he was like 18, 19 then, but no.
Right. Yeah, I think he's only 18 now.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and then there's just, there's so many good players in your area that are young, being like, take Luke Johnson, take Dalton, Noah was down there, Matt Sorrells. It's just like, it's unbelievable.
Right.
Makes me glad I'm not young playing now. But yeah, so looking a little bit beyond the World Finals, are you looking possibly the next year? Because I've seen a post, so I'm not sure if it was someone stole your phone or if it was you that made the post, but looking for a partner for next year.
The post I had made was for actually the World Championships. My partner Brian wasn't able to make it, so I'm just looking for a partner for that.
Okay, so if there's anyone who wants to get on out there to have, probably one of the number one players going in to be a partner, let's Cheyenne know.
I'm playing with Vince.
Okay, so you are playing with Vince. Okay.
Yep.
Which he's no slouch in his own right.
No, not at all. I'm excited. Hopefully we do well.
Well, I think you will. So I know you've got to get going here. Do our hole shots here. We got our Octane hole shots. You got 4 bags, 4 questions. Yes, no, or you can say no comment, whatever you want. Earbuds, in or out when you play?
On ESPN, in. Any other time, out.
So is there any certain songs you're listening to?
No. I just try to listen. I thought I had to listen to something fast and upbeat, but really that just distracts me. So I like to listen to like something slow and calm. Okay.
So the controversial thing in cornhole right now, are you okay with the step over? Not okay with the step over?
The step over doesn't bother me.
Okay, so not toughest. if you could play a blind draw with any player, doesn't matter, any player right now, who would you play a blind draw with?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay. That's okay. And then your go-to, the shot that you love to make to end a game or anything, just, is it the rollover? Is it the airmail? What's your shot that you're wanting to do?
An airmail. I am not into the roll stuff.
Like I say, I can hardly do an airmail myself sometimes, and if I'm gonna roll a bag, it's actually rolling on the ground to the board because I can't do that shot either. So before we go, gotta give a shout out to your sponsors, because I know that you have some great ones as well.
Yep. I would love to thank Ultra Cornhole, 21 Apparel, and Allen's AC.
Exactly. So, I want to thank you for doing this here. I know we had a little bit of mix up here, but we're all good. And, good luck tonight at your blind draw, this weekend in Atlanta, and then as well at the World Finals in coming up in August here.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's Cheyenne Renner. And again, I want to thank Cheyenne for coming on. Like I said, she was in a rush. She was getting to her blind draw that she was running the other night there when we had the chance to talk with her. But she's headed to Atlanta. I really like that combination of her and Dalton playing together as a team. I think that's just a team that will go for it, they'll just pedal down. I'm thinking Airmail City with them. So be interesting to see us be able to watch some of the Atlanta this weekend at the Open and the Pro Shootout. So yes, that'll be on the ACL Facebook page and the digital network probably. Also, the finals will be on the CBS Sports Network. So then check out Scoreholio or the KW Cornhole Facebook page, Peterborough Cornhole Facebook page, CornDoug Cornhole Facebook page for all the happenings going on in Ontario. I know Essex will be back inside next week for their league. Moondog has said that Aurelia and Alliston, I believe, are back inside. KW, we could be back inside playing. So that light that I've talked about for the last 8 months, year and a half, is finally the end of the tunnel. We're putting Cleveland way, way in the past. We're going. So, enough listening to me and my voice that's going. Just remember, giving the show a subscribe, which is, where is it? It's over here. A like is right here. That thumbs up. Give that thumbs up. Down below is the comment section. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like the interview. If I suck at the interview, tell me whatever you want to tell me. I don't care. Just leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. And like, share, and subscribe. I've said that. Say it again. Yeah, just go out. Cornhole's back. Go out. Have some fun in your backyard. Get some bags out there. Start throwing. And as always, watch out for those players throwing gas, because they might just kick your ass.